So I watched a very large section of Obama's Q&A with the Republicans at their retreat, and it's almost universally agreed that it was a huge win for Obama. Um, Part of the reason this is so believable is because the right wing, there's been a deafening silence. I haven't heard anything from the right wing on it. So I'm assuming that they hope the whole thing sort of blows away and people forget about it. They don't want to crow about it, that's for certain. And basically, Obama schooled the Republicans on every talking point they could throw at him. So, you know, I guess what I would say is that I'm beginning to understand Obama's strategy for trying to embarrass the Republicans into cooperating, because he really does want to be bipartisan, and he knows that the partisan bickering going on with the Republicans right now is a big part of what he was talking about. And of course, the hardcore Republicans, Fox News and Freedom Works and all those people, they don't want to admit any of that, okay? That is just poison to them because they thrive on it. They're carving out a demographic. They want to be leaders, and they want to be leaders of a very stupid and ignorant following, okay? So, they thrive off of partisanship, and they want to be very polarizing. That's their modus operandi. That's Fox News, that's Dick Armey, that's Freedom Works, that's the Republican leadership. They polarize, okay? That's what they want to do. Obama is trying to diffuse that, and his appearance at the Republican retreat was a big part of that, because suddenly all these talking points and all this partisanship had to confront reality, okay? And Obama had some very remarkable insight into the whole thing, and he schooled them for sure, all right? But to a large extent, a lot of the progressives are getting very impatient waiting for this change to occur. And Obama seems convinced that he's got to get Republicans to cooperate in order to get the kind of change he wants. He's very bipartisan, and he's trying to be a bipartisan president. He wants to lead everyone. He doesn't want to polarize the country. But, there are people who have vested interest in polarizing the country, have vested interest in being partisan. Fox News and Freedom Works and a lot of these political organizations derive their power from being partisan. And it's hard to see how they're going to change, okay? It really is. And the obstructionism is just part of that whole thing, the Tea Party movement and their purity test, So my question for Obama would be, this is all well and good, I hope what you're doing works. I thought it was a brilliant move talking to the Republicans at their retreat, and I think it's embarrassing for them to continue acting in their partisan manner, but that doesn't mean they're going to stop doing it. It doesn't mean they're going to change. We are hoping that the Republicans change, but what we're hoping beyond that is that we get change even if the Republicans don't change. So my question to Obama is what point do we say we've tried hard enough to get the Republicans on board with this change thing, but they are just so damn resistant, we're going to have to move ahead anyways, okay? At what point do we say, we gave you every chance in the book, and you just would have no part of it, and we're going to get change whether you like it or not? When are we going to do that? When are we going to start fighting? All right? When are we going to give up hoping Republicans change? Because so far that hasn't happened, all right? It's very embarrassing at this event, but does that translate into any change in the Republican Party? We'll just have to see about that. So anyways, that's all for now.